This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
July 4th weekend represents an important milestone for my Substack as well as the podcast. Over 200 episodes later, I wanted to celebrate with everyone and offer a 40% discount on the annual billing plan for the premium content. Now, if you've been following me prior to the podcast, you'll know, in addition to the writing, I've always wanted to start a podcast because I couldn't find a financial product or podcast that discusses the markets without going into politics and without advertising all over the place. And typical financial podcasts last over an hour. So I wanted to, first I was looking for a content creator that had one that, summed everything up in 10 to 15 minutes every day that I can listen to on my dog walk, on my exercise, or just with a cup of coffee in the morning. And I could not find it. And I felt I could do a better job. So I stopped, pausing and delaying myself because I had every excuse in the world not to start. However, with your support of both the paying and free subscribers who have helped grow this channel and this podcast, I want to thank everyone. And for those that want to experience the paid content, which has both written form and long form unlocked podcast content, I would like to offer this 40% off, which comes to basically 37 cents per day. This promotion will be valid until midnight of July 4th, and it will be only the annual billing. So it will come to $144 billed annually, which basically, if you don't have a calculator, comes to $12 per month, or $2.77 per week, or 39 cents per day. Thank you for all for supporting the content, the Substack and podcast thus far, and I hope to see you on the premium edition. So with that, let's get into the podcast. Welcome back, everyone. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad on Wednesday, June 26th. Hope everyone is having a good day. It is super humid here in New York, and making people do a lot of crazy things, a lot of crazy crime of late in the city. But I digress. Let's jump in. I'm going to call today's episode Devil's Advocate. If you have never seen the movie named as such, I highly recommend it. It has Al Pacino playing the devil himself, and you also have Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron, who do a great job in this movie as well. I'll share a clip, but the setting is in New York. Al Pacino is the devil, and basically Keanu Reeves plays a lawyer, hotshot lawyer that has never lost a case, and the devil recruits him because he wants a lawyer that is undefeated on his side. But the reason why I'm naming it the Devil's Advocate is we have the campaign debates happening Thursday evening, and we have to choose between two individuals where the majority will have to vote against the person they hate versus the person they actually really want to support. That's as far as the political discussion I will get into. As you all know, I am very skeptical and cynical when it comes to politics. But let's jump right into the numbers here. We had 197 new highs on the day versus 267 new lows. We had 40% of stocks advancing versus 55% declining. 53% of stocks were below its 50-day moving average, and 38% of stocks were below its 200-day moving average. Now, the volume was tepid. We're talking at like 3 o'clock New York, 30 million shares of the SPY ETF traded all day. It's just really tepid, and I suspect that either everyone is just on vacation, anyone that's important that can cause volume, or everyone is waiting for a catalyst like the unemployment report on Friday, like the morning after the debates on Thursday night. There's just no volume, and it seems like a few of the Mag 7 are simply taking turns holding up the market. It could be Nvidia one day, it can be Apple another day, it could be Amazon another day. They're just taking turns trying to hold the market up because the breadth looks horrible. It's just horrible. Taking a quick look at the added metric of the NASDAQ new highs versus new lows, that's not that great either. We had 32 new highs on the NASDAQ versus 80 new lows. So still very bearish breadth, but you have names such as Amazon up 3.9% today, Apple up 2% today, Tesla up 4.8% today, holding up the market. And then you had other names like Microsoft up 0.25%, Nvidia up 0.25%, not doing much. And then everything else is red. Taking a look at sectors, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Is technology leading? No, it's consumer cyclical leading the way, up 1.3%. Technology as a whole was up 0.3%. And what led to the downside? Energy down 0.7%, healthcare down 0.6%, utilities down 0.4%, financials down 0.4%, industrials down 0.25%. So let's keep peeling the onion here. So what was strong? And for those that are new here, I don't want to say percent 40 times. So these are all percentage gains for what was strong. Rivian up 23% off of the Volkswagen partnership news, but keep in mind it was up as much as 40%, so it lost half of its news pop. Okay, and this stock used to be $170, so don't get this twisted. DJT up 7.9%, sorry. MongoDB up 6.1%. Tesla, as I mentioned, up 4.8%. Hut up 4.7%. Roku 4.6%. Amazon 3.9%. Reddit 3.6%. Datadog 3.4%. Kinross Gold 3.2%. ARM Holdings 2.5%. New York Community Bank 2.3%. Apple 2%. Restoration Hardware 1.9%. What was weak? Hims and Hers down 6.9%. IREN down 5.5%. Birkenstock 4.8%. Affirm Holdings 4.7%. Bitfarms 4.6%. Coinbase 3.2%. Natural Gas Futures 2.7%. Ferrari 2.6%. Sweetgreen 2.6%. MicroStrategies down 2.5%. Qualcomm down 2.3%. And Instacart down 2.3%. For free members, continue to watch the Mag 7, the 10-year yield, which is bouncing, and the all-important debates on Thursday. And then you have, well, don't watch the debates. I'm not going to watch the debates. I can't stand them, either one. But it will be important because the markets will react to how that goes. And on Friday, you will have unemployment numbers. And when I say, again, I'm being apolitical here. When I say the market will react, typically what I've seen is the market doesn't like uncertainty. So if it's like a stalemate 50-50 type thing, we might have some volatility come Friday. But if one candidate just wipes the floor with the other, and I'm just saying hypothetically here, whether it's Biden or Trump wipes the floor with the other, and it's pretty certain who won the debate, and there's like, narrative like, oh yeah, this candidate did better than the other one, that's bullish for the market, because then we as a country and the world will know potentially who will be the next president of the United States. So that's bullish because it lowers volatility. So keep an eye out for how the narrative is spun after the elections. Not the elections, after the debate on Thursday night. Paying subscribers, please stay on so we can go over 24 charts. 20 are actually actionable, potentially long stocks. So for free members, if you want in on the paid content, please upgrade. There is a discount, as I noted earlier in the podcast and the show notes. I will see you all after the Thursday session. That's my train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.